What system do you think this is? Picture here. Close-up look at the largest organ. Your skin. The skin is part of the system known as the integumentary system. And its major role for you is covering and protection. It's your first line of defense to the outside world and anything that would be trying to harm you. It actually has a co-partnership with your immune system. Also has a role in sensory perception of your environment. Important in temperature regulation. So it has multiple roles beyond covering and protection. What system is shown here prominently on this individual? What stands out looking at a gymnast or some other athlete? They're muscles. So a muscular system. Muscles and the muscular system is really about contracting to cause movement. Contractions that cause movement of the organism or something through that organism. Might be blood getting pumped or food. This one's a little trickier because we're not used to seeing micrographs of this substance, but this would be very, very hard substance in you. Bone, so that would be the skeletal system. All of your bones collectively make up the skeletal system. So support and protection is a key feature of its function. Holds your three-dimensional shape, protecting vital organs, assisting with movement because it interacts with skeletal muscles. It's also key in forming your blood cells. But this one, major organ of what system? You don't recognize it at the heart. What system would we focus on here? I've seen it said both ways, both work, circulatory or cardiovascular system. Major role pumping blood throughout the body to carry needed nourishment. Every living cell in your body has to have food delivered to it, nourishment, oxygen delivered to it. And those cells in their metabolism develop waste products that have to get carried away or it becomes toxic for the cell. So blood is the transport mechanism to take nutrients where they need to go and get rid of waste products. Oxygen, food, and nutrients. Food, nutrients are carried. To blow up a balloon would involve which system? The respiratory system. It's all about gas exchange between you, your body, and the environment. trying to get oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. It does definitely have an interaction in function with the muscular system, because the diaphragm and rib muscles contract to change the size of your chest cavity, which changes the pressure differential in your lungs, causing air to flow in or out into those little air sacs called alveoli. This one isn't as studied, but excretory system or urinary system, either one could work. So why do you pee? To get rid of waste products that have been filtered out of your blood through your kidneys. So the major organ of this system is your kidneys, which are blood filters. Communication takes place via this system, including your brain, your spinal cord, and all the peripheral nerves. So that's your nervous system. And they're able to communicate throughout your entire body with different organs and different cells within those organs. They're a huge part of keeping that internal balance by having information from other cells about what is the pH of the blood, what is the status of my blood sugar. They're getting signals from other places in the body that are telling it, and then it's responding. Keep that balance. To manage your food, your mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestines, liver and gallbladder all would work. It's part of what system? An easy one. Digestive system. So its job is making food manageable for cells by breaking it down, absorbing it into the blood, and making sure that every living cell gets nutrients. This system involves specific white blood cells that are fighting off these little things called pathogens or bacterial cells that are invading. So what system tries to keep you healthy? Your immune system. Sometimes they refer to it as the lymphatic system, but they mean the same thing. It's helping your body fight off infections, pathogens, and much of its transportation route is through the blood, but they have their own vessels called lymph vessels too, which when the white blood cells go out into your tissues and fight off pathogens, then they return to the blood via lymph vessels and follow the pathway to lymph nodes. And if your lymph nodes are swollen, that means you're fighting off an infection. This one's less easy to study because it doesn't involve big, easy to study organs like the digestive system or the respiratory system. But this is known as the master gland in your brain. And so glands secrete hormones. And so hormones are part of the endocrine system. So the endocrine system's role is to control growth and development and your metabolism through glands secreting hormones. And the pituitary gland is the master gland. Rooted in the brain, it's getting a lot of information about what's going on in the body. Then it can send signals via hormones in the blood to the targeted areas of the body that need to respond. And making babies, the reproductive system. Production of offspring, passing on genes to the next generation.